final third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Why? You should be
You just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges. Hello, people. Welcome to the final third. We've got a special edition for you. We're going to be bringing you the Champions League reviews fresh off the stove. I'm here, your host today, Banks, and I'm joined by Lavish to my left and CJ to my right. How are you feeling today, guys? The Champions League is back. Tell me how you're feeling.
Best I felt in weeks, man.
Oof.
Getting back in the W column, it's a beautiful feeling, man. It's a beautiful feeling.
It's been a while for them, so I understand. Sometimes you just need to change the scenery. Some people don't feel like going away, taking some days for yourself, because nobody's looking at the Premier League right now while the Champions League is going on. Taking some days for yourself, getting right with yourself, it's underrated. And I feel like Liverpool are seeing the benefits of that right now.
Yeah, them self-care days, man, they definitely go a long way. You know what I'm saying? But
goes a long way.
Yeah, Liverpool now. Is that where we're starting, actually? Should we start?
No, we ain't starting there. I just wanted to give you some shine. People are going to say it's a bias show. I ain't give Liverpool no shine. I hate because I did the little mini rock and I told won everything Liverpool. I don't give Liverpool no shine, but I'm going to give Liverpool some shine right now. But not just yet, because we've got somewhere to start right now. We're going to go to Spain. We're going to go to Barcelona. We're going to go to the new camp because something special happened right there. Now, this isn't the first time that young boy called Mbappe has bucked Messi and has told him there's a new chief in town. It happened in the World Cup in 2018 and Messi had to get put over a knee and said, hold on, just wait a minute. There's a new sheriff in town. But just to re-emphasize the fact, PSG and Mbappe went to the new camp and they did something Messi to Messi. It was 4-1 at the new. You don't like that. I see you don't like that. I see the faces. It was 4-1 at the new camp. 4-1 at the new camp. Mbappe Hattrick. Just quickly before I get to YouTube, let me just say this. This feels like one of those matches where it needs the fans. Can you imagine Mbappe turning to the Barcelona fans after scoring a hat-trick? This is my home now. Can you not imagine that? Hey, Corona has fucked up a lot of things recently, but this is just one in the back of my mind. I think
a lot of moments.
But first question I'm gonna put to you lot now: is there actually a new chief in town? Is it crazy to say Mbappe is the best football player in the world?
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy. It's crazy to imagine, but it's not crazy to say. But it's not true though.
It's not true. Who's the best player in the world? Who's the best player in the world currently?
I still think Neymar's the best player in the world,
I still think
Neymar.
It was a correct answer. I can't lie. That was a correct answer. I just wanted to make sure, Tim. Who's the best player in the world, Shem? Who's the best player in the world?
You think it's Mbappe?
He's trying to get a bite out of me.
I'm not trying to get a bite. I'm just trying to get an honest answer. Who's the best player in the world?
On form, it's Mbappe.
It's not Mbappe though.
On form, it's not even Mbappe.
On form,
just because Neymar got injured. He got injured like 2 games ago, bro. He's been having a great season. Come on, man. It was like last week. He got injured midweek last week.
Come on, man.
Yeah, last week. You're right.
You can't be so
biased.
But I can't lie.
I rather recent. The question was recency bias.
It wasn't recency bias. It wasn't recency. But I'm just asking because it's not Ronaldo or Messi no more. I feel like we can agree on that.
Oh,
we can all agree on that. So there's a new sheriff in town. There has to be. So we have to pick our poison.
It can only be 1 or 2 players though.
I do feel like Neymar's prime years, and we don't get to see him in the biggest games. Look like it's painful that his career is going this way.
Time again.
Like the biggest games, the games we want Neymar to be playing in. Obviously, he had the Shanta run last year where there's 1 knockout game a round, but we're not even counting that Champions League run. I can't lie because 1 knockout game, it's not Champions League football. That ain't what we grew up on. But These times he's getting injured during the peak games. Like, imagine you had the Neymar and Mbappe come. Like, that's when these two can really.
You think they play like that? I don't think they play like that with Neymar there.
They do though. They do.
They do. Come on, it's even more disruptive.
And it's worse for Barca. It's worse for Barca. Even, in fact, let's not focus too much on the best player in the world conversation. Let's go to the actual match. Ronald Koeman pulling up in 2021 to that match with the same members that played in the 2011 final. Bro, how are you still pulling out PK, Busquets, and them, man, for a big match? PK and Busquets.
Do you expect Koeman to have got different? Do you expect Koeman to have gotten different centre backs in the summer?
Definitely.
Bro,
the writing was on the wall after they lost 8-2, bro.
With no knee, he's better than Longley. You cannot tell me the World Cup winning centre back that's on the bench for them is not better than Longley. You can't get a sniff in this French squad.
Yeah,
you can't get a sniff. Longley. These men are bringing on Braithwaite and shit to save the game. Barca are so muddied right now. So muddied right now. And we used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. That's the crazy thing. We used to pray for times like this. And now they're here. It's sweet. I can't lie. To see them pulling up with guys like Busquets, Gerard Piqué, Longley, Messi trying to do up a medial central, trying to do through balls that are not going to no one. I can't lie. I'm happy to see it. Going nowhere.
You know, it's hard though. It's hard to, obviously, Koeman should not be manager of Barcelona, but it's hard to blame Koeman when you look at the situation overall at Barcelona. It's just a mess. Do you know what I mean? From the president to the recruitment.
It's been 5 years of poor transfers. Yeah, it's been 5 or 6 years of poor transfers. Yeah. And it all started when they went 5 summers for Willian. 5 transfers for Willian.
How do you squander £217 million worth of Neymar money? How do they squandered it?
You know, it's kind of mad though, because on paper you'd say on paper when the signings were made, you're like, oh, okay, Dembele is 20 years old, looking like an absolute stud. You're thinking he's not going to be Neymar straight away, but he's going to have the impact at Barcelona long term that it's gonna be worth it. And then the injuries, man.
When Usmane went, we all said Barcelona do not play. I will not allow Usmane to flourish in the way that he plays, because he's literally like.
Talk about it.
He's not past a move. He's not past.
But when you look at Neymar, Neymar was never that either.
But Neymar could mix up though. Neymar could mix up a little.
Neymar had a bit more. Neymar had a bit more in his locker. In that Neymar was even though Neymar came to Barca young, Neymar was more senior than Usmane. Usmane was a kid. It was more so childish.
Usmane was proper. Give me the ball, let me dribble. Give me the ball, let me dribble. Give me the ball, let me dribble until my hamstring goes. Give me the ball, I'm a dribble. That was Usmane when he was younger. That was pretty much him.
And I don't think Usmane had found himself. Usmane hadn't found himself as a player like properly.
No, not 100%.
He was on world stuff. Like he was on impeccable form, and he went to Barcelona, and then blighted with injury, and then from then on, that's just how it goes. But Barca, they've put themselves in this situation. They've taken advantage of having the best player in the world for so long, and then just being callous with their recruitment from centre back to centre mids because obviously Frankie was a good replacement, but you said Artur for Pjanic. You did that.
I can't lie. You see Frankie in that midfield with Verratti. You see Frankie in that midfield with Verratti. Hey, he had him looking crazy. I can't lie. Verratti said, "Hey, come here. Get your notepad, get your pen. Come look at the PowerPoint I'm gonna put on for how to be a centre midfielder." That's what Verratti told Frankie.
Put him over his bum, literally.
Put him over his bum. Said, "Hey, come get this lesson. Come get this." Verratti. This is what we mean when we talk about centre midfielders.
Paredes.
Oh yeah, bold. But I feel like Paredes is the Pochettino effect though, because he's not a fantastic midfielder. He is not a fantastic midfielder at all.
He's good,
but Pochettino, he's solid. But Pochettino, look how he looked yesterday. I feel like that's the Pochettino. That's the effect of a good manager, putting you in the best position to be good. He looked fantastic yesterday, but I don't feel like that's Paredes. But when you've got a good manager like that, he's gonna hide your deficiencies. Moise Kean as well. I just love to see these people flourishing. I love to see them flourishing. Big Duncan Ferguson in the flipping mud.
Barca, I don't know what Barca did wrong. I don't know what Barca did wrong, but you don't want to see Busquets, you don't want to see PK, and you're looking at the people they bought, like, for example, Griezmann. It's not like Griezmann's been bad, but like, I want more. It's just such a big mantle to fill, replacing obviously Suarez, replacing Neymar, and just having the likes of Messi just in the downfall. It's just awful to watch.
Like
but
Griezmann, you just want. As much as you said it there, you just want more from guys like Griezmann, World Cup winner. You want more from him.
Coutinho?
Like, this is not. Huh?
He's injured.
I thought he's injured. I thought he was on the bench. No wonder he didn't come on.
No, he's injured. I think he got ACL still. Something mad.
ACL?
Like yeah, something mad like that.
See,
but you see Griezmann, Griezmann is the Messi effect.
They gave him a little top up at Bayern, and then ever since he's come back to Bayern, he hasn't been able to get that regular supply. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about what's going. We're gonna talk about what's going on at Bayern. We have to have a discussion on it sometime, man.
No, for real. But you see with Griezmann, I feel like Griezmann, a lot of it is the Messi effect, and obviously, Griezmann's not nowhere near Messi, or even playing style. They're not even similar in that manner. But they take up a lot of the same spaces on the pitch. And if you look at Griezmann, playing Griezmann as a central striker, he's never played on his own. He's always played with another player, striker playing off of that. So when you have Messi, why would you buy Griezmann? It's just. Barcelona make me sick, honestly.
Barca was hunting Griezmann as well in the summer with United, but it did. The signing didn't make sense.
Before we move off Barca, though, are we going to put some of these transfers on Messi? Because I believe a lot of transfers, the big money transfers, don't go through unless Messi's involved.
I feel like Messi, if you look at his personality, you can tell he's someone that. Okay, I'm going to relate a bit to basketball. He's not a LeBron. Like, you see with LeBron, you can see he wants to be involved.
I disagree. I can't lie. The whole club is Messi. The whole club is like, I agree with Shem. Like, there's no way these transfers go through without Messi's approval. I can't lie.
But think about it. Think about it. You lose a player like...
I believe...
Bro, you're breaking up.
Yeah, signal's going crazy.
I was gonna say though, like you look at Messi though, look at Messi's situation. We've just lost Neymar, bro. Like at the end of the day, that's one of the biggest voids to fill. He's probably looking at these players. These are players that performed at Atletico. What reason would he have to not sign off on Griezmann when you look at his performance for Atletico? And Messi's thinking, I can fit with anyone. I'm the best player in the world. There's no way I can't fit with this player. Do you know what I mean? Dembele as well. This is a top talent. Why wouldn't you sign off on it? Why wouldn't you? So,
lastly, before we get off of Barca, Chim, I don't believe there's very few transfers in Barca that gets green lighted without Messi's approval. And I believe towards the latter years, when he's been beefing with Bartomeu, that's when some of these transfers are coming in, and he's like, "What are you doing?" Do you get? And why I say this is a lot of world-class players, Rooney, Van Persie, when they were at the clubs that you know them historically for being at, they now, when they've retired, have revealed how the club plateaued, and they were angry at the managers for not trying to revitalize the squad and just refurbish the squad. And I feel like Messi, they've taken advantage of his pomp. Banks would say. But anyway.
But then that means Messi didn't sign off on Griezmann and all these other signings. Then is that what you're saying?
He did. But in the latter years, I feel like in the last two or so years, they've been making transfers that don't make sense, that don't make actual just normal sense, footballing sense.
Yeah. No, I agree. Anyway, Barca, it's an AC Milan situation. You can just see this is a giant team that's just literally they're 10 years away from another
dying before our eyes. Before our eyes.
And you think about it, Messi's he's done. Messi basically, he's 34. So when are Barca gonna get that spark that brings them back?
And they're broke. That's the most important thing. They can't afford to buy nothing. But moving away from Barcelona, we're gonna quickly move on to the Liverpool match. Talk about that quickly. 2-0 to Liverpool away from home. Got the away goals, got the job done. What do we take from that match, Shim? What do we take from that match that they can bring into the Merseyside derby on the weekend?
So Liverpool was a very good performance, first of all. I was nervous before the match because obviously Salzburg's the way they're set up, it's a team where sometimes when you're watching them, they look like they have more players on the pitch than the opposition.
Oh, you mean Leipzig?
They press with sorry, Leipzig, not Salzburg. Leipzig. They press. Their press is immense, honestly. But right from the jump, we nullified them. They looked nervous themselves. Upper Meccano, disaster class, giving the ball away.
Bozo.
Giving the ball away consistently. Michele, same thing. Making rash challenges, giving the ball away. They look nervous. And our press worked for the first time in a long time. Our press actually worked. It actually worked. So credit to the team.
I
Good
feel
mentality.
like
Trent was great.
Upper quickly.
Ooh, can't hear you, mate.
I was going to say with Upper Meccano quickly. Oh, man.
Wi-Fi's given up on him. Can you hear us, Shem?
Yeah, that's checked out. It's checked out. I was just going to say with Upper Meccano, I felt like he was doing a lot more than he needed to do. And like he was trying to play too many people's role and just focus on just being the leading centre-back.
I don't even think it's that, you know. I don't even think it's that. He just looked very uncomfortable on the ball. Every time he got the ball, he looked very uncomfortable.
The games I saw against United as well, like sometimes he just make the wrong decision. Like sometimes the game doesn't process as quick for some centre-backs. I feel like he's one of them where he's going to need a bit of time to make the right decision. If you press him, you're going to get a wrong decision out of him, and that's where you can get turnovers.
Yeah.
What, do we feel like this game is anywhere attributed to the Bundesliga tax? Is there any sort, because it was facing a team a bit more open, that why Liverpool was able to get a bit more room to operate?
It counted on their mistakes, though. It was 2 mistakes, going 2 Liverpool goals.
Yeah, but aside from even the mistakes, I don't think that's the case. I think Liverpool just needed a change of scenery, man. That's what it was. We needed a change of scenery. We got that Champions League boost that we got, and we performed. Obviously, it's always easier when you're playing against a team that's going to attack you, as opposed to the teams we've been losing against, like Burnley and Brighton, teams that are keeping men behind the ball. But I attribute it more to Liverpool having a change of scenery and a bit of a confidence boost, to be honest.
Quickly moving on to Wednesday's Champions League games. We've had Juve lose 2-1 away to Porto, and we've had the Bundesliga side Borussia Dortmund win 3-2 away in Seville. Quickly from those two ties, who do we see going through? We've got Borussia Dortmund or Sevilla. We'll go there first. Lav, who do you feel is going to go through in that tie?
Sevilla have been very, very strong in La Liga, but I feel like they've met their match at Dortmund because you don't concede 3 away goals. Was it 4? You don't concede 3 or 4. What was the final score? Was it 4-2 or 3-2?
No, 3-2.
3-2. Yeah, you don't concede 3 away goals. Yeah, you don't do that. And I trust in their attacking power of Dortmund to go home, to go take it back to Germany and close out the game. Even though Sevilla are known for having a very strong defense, but they capitulated today. On Wednesday. And just quickly, just to touch on, what's the other team? Porto. No lie, Messi's not losing to Porto, just saying.
You sound so sure of that, but he's lost to guys like Alaves this season. These are just losing to the most random teams in La Liga, and you're so sure they don't lose to Porto. You're so sure they don't lose to Porto.
Messi's not losing to Porto.
Fair enough.
Messi's not losing to Porto. Same energy, though. That's what we want.
Same guys like Divock Origi was knocking him out of the Champions League, and he's so sure that Porto won't knock him out.
Same energy.
Fair enough.
Same energy.
Fair enough. We're gonna hear from CJ first before we move on to the Porto tie. CJ, who do we feel is going through in the Borussia Dortmund Sevilla tie?
First of all, really good game. Really entertaining. Two good teams, good attacking teams. Sevilla let themselves down. in that first half.
They didn't. After the first goal, they didn't go forward. That's probably where they killed themselves.
And then even in the second half, they didn't start the second half very well either until maybe the 75th minute. So they killed themselves. But I fancy Dortmund. I trust Haaland too much. He's a problem. He's a problem. He is a problem. He's a bad boy.
He's a beater.
He's a beater still. So
it wasn't even a goal. So I tell you what, in that match, I'm just gonna give you one takeaway I had from that match. It wasn't even the goals, because the goals were cold. Link up with Sancho for one of them. Another one cold. Good finish again. From the Royce pass. But it wasn't even. It was one moment in the first half where he got the shot, he got the ball, and then in a split second he got away the craziest shot which the keeper saved. Bro, that guy just has bloodthirsty for goals, fam.
He has no flaws as a striker, you know. You know them strikers. He can only play one
because
position.
He does because complete forward, complete. He doesn't link the play. He's
striker
not on the ball.
As a striker.
As a striker. That's the
boy's underrated.
He's decent. He's still janky on the ball.
He can carry. He can carry.
I'm not gonna let him get away with that. For me,
I don't think he's janky.
No.
He's a bit janky on the ball. Today, I can't lie. Today he showed good signs today. Like there was a couple good parts where he got out of tight spaces and that. But for me, he still needs that consistently to work on that side of his game. For me, like in front of goal, give him a shot, and there's a 75% chance he's scoring it. If anywhere around that box, 18-yard box, even a bit further out, there's a 75% chance that ball's going in the back of the net. For me, I don't feel like he's crazy. I don't feel like he's a complete striker yet. Quickly, Porto versus Juventus, 2-1. Who do we see going through in that tie?
Juventus on the technicality,
Porto.
man.
The technicality.
Porto go for it.
Yeah, man.
Porto go through. Like, come your 30-year-olds and think you can go through. Porto's gonna go through.
I feel like Ronaldo's got one more big game performance in him before he goes out in the quarters. I feel like he can get.
He needs fans.
You feel like he needs fans?
Ronaldo doesn't need fans, man.
Doesn't need fans.
But I think for me, they just need to win 1-0. They just need to win 1-0. I don't see why they can't do that. I trust them over Porto. But one message I have to get across to CR7 fanboys. You need to realize that Messi, not you, unless you on that side.
That you felt personal. You felt personal.
Yeah. You playing for that side?
I'm not playing for that side. I don't play for that side.
Cool. It don't apply to you then. But to all the CR7 fanboys, you lot need to realize that regardless of what happens with Messi or with Ronaldo, neither of them are the best in the world anymore. And neither of them play for the best team. So they're going to stink up the joint all the time.
I told you last year they both need to go on. They can both go into the MLS calmly. Just go MLS calm. No problem. Go MLS. Go live out. Go get paid. Go be in movies. You'll be loved over there. You'll be loved. But in this Europe thing, I can't lie. They're both washed out, man. Like
I disagree. I know Messi's going Boca Juniors. Messi will go Boca Juniors or something.
That's calm. Messi can go Boca Juniors. That's calm. But right now, they don't need to. Bro, from the heights you've seen Messi at, do you want to see him like having a minimal impact or with him being carried? I can't lie.
It's not about you. It's not about you, though.
UAE.
It's not about you or what you want.
Let's move on to the next generation, man. We've literally got Mbappe, we've got Sancho's, we've got Foden, we've got the next generation here. We don't need to.
Foden. Oh no.
We've got Foden. We've got the Felixes. We've got these guys. Let's move on. It's like the Ronaldo, the Messi chapter. It was fun, man. It was. We grew up in this, but it's done. We're old. Our backs creak when we get out of bed. Our knees, they click. We're old.
Hey, wrap us up, man.
It's the same. But as Lav said, we're going to wrap up here. This has been your inaugural Champions League review. Catch us every Thursday to wrap up the Champions League ties. Make sure you follow us on the socials. That's at the final 3RD _. Follow us on the YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right under there somewhere. Make sure you hit the like button. That's right under there, but just above. So it's probably going to be over here. That's been the final thirds. We'll see you again next time.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Wow, you should be in
just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We build you out. We build you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges.